Hey YouTube fam, welcome back. For those who don't know me, my name's Karrington. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am doing a review on Netflix's show Tiny Pretty Things, which if you haven't seen this, I will say overall I thought it was a good watch. For someone who is a former ballet dancer, I grew up all my life dancing. I attended a professional ballet school. I've attended several ballet camps. And now I currently teach ballet, always going to be dancing. I was very excited to watch this show because I had heard that they had real dancers in the roles, which I thought was so cool. I really haven't seen that since the movie Center Stage. If you haven't seen that, check it out. So Tiny Pretty Things, it is based on a book. I have not read the books, but I've heard that they are good. And it centers around ballet students at an elite ballet academy in Chicago. After the star student, Cassie Shores, falls off of a building, there is a lot of questioning of whether she fell or who pushed her, if she was pushed. We later find out that she's not dead, she's actually put in a coma, but people are trying to figure out what happened to her. The main character, Nevaeh, is brought in to replace Cassie Shore's place, and she's kind of brought in to take the media's attention off of a student falling from the academy because, a lot of question is now going into, is this ballet school safe anymore? So, I won't get into all the details of the show. I'm just going to go over the pros and cons. So first, let's get into the pros. Like I said originally, the actors in this show are actual real dancers. They were professionally trained, which I think is really cool to see. Now, are they the best of the best ballet dancers? No, but they all do have ballet background, or they all have dance training, which means that they were each able to dance the choreography in any scenes that you see. That is all them, which you don't find that often. Like when Natalie Portman in The Black Swan, we know that wasn't her for much of the dancing. They did have a double. And I hate it when I don't hate it, but I don't love it when I see shows that are clearly using a double for the dance parts. It's like, why not just get a dancer for the role? So I thought it was cool to see that they had actual dancers in these roles. I also thought that this was an interesting show. It did keep me on my feet, on my toes for the most part. I was like, whoa, what's gonna happen next? And the ending definitely left a good cliffhanger that makes me want to watch season 2. I felt that the show also did a good job addressing serious issues, especially in the dance world, especially in ballet. They show a character who has an eating disorder, and they actually show it to be a male character, Oren, which I thought was cool because you've seen eating disorders portrayed, but it's usually by women, by female characters, and it'll be like in the modeling industry or the dance industry. But now we're seeing how it affects male dancers, which is a real thing. I have seen that before. It's very sad, but I thought it was good that they addressed that. I feel they could have gone better into it, but it's a start for sure. Now on to the cons. I'm just gonna get into it. Nevaeh. I did not love how she was portrayed. I thought it was great to see a Black girl, maybe trying to give us some Misty Copeland vibes. I thought it was cool to see a Black girl in the show. However, I just felt like it was just stereotypes on top of stereotypes. So unnecessary. She's brought in to distract the public from the fact that a student has fallen off the building, and she's taking Cassie Shore's place as the new star student. She came from Inglewood, California, and she doesn't have the same training as all her peers around her. Madame Dubois, Monique, brings her in as the new student because of course they're trying to also show diversity at the school. I just thought that it was unnecessary for them to write her that I don't know if this is how the book is, but that she comes in with this attitude, pretty ghetto, let's be real. And I just thought to myself, like, it's okay to show Black people who don't come from a struggle. It's okay to show it because we do exist. I'm just saying. Her dad passed away when she was young, and her mom is in prison, or her mom was in jail. So she has an estranged relationship. She has distant relationship from her mother. Did we have to portray her as that character? Like, not only is she the Black girl from the hood, but she's also a Black girl who has estranged parents. She doesn't have a close relationship with her parents, just her brother, really. And I just thought that was like, come on. it's okay to show Black characters coming from a normal 2-parent healthy household. That's all I'm saying. Because in my opinion, we have plenty of movies seeing Black struggle. Just look at Tyler Perry's films. Next con, the dream scenes. I just was like, what the heck? I don't know if these dream scenes were in the book. So each of these characters have some crazy dream. And one of the weirdest dreams I saw was Bet. So she was naked and dead on a table and her friends were eating her. And I just thought, what the is the purpose of this dream? It didn't add anything to the storyline. It seemed very random. All the dreams seemed out of place, or nightmares, I should say. They seemed out of place. They seemed overly over the top dramatic and just really unnecessary. I didn't understand what the dream scenes were, and I had to honestly fast forward through some of them because they just weren't doing it for me. I don't know what that was. Don't know if that was in the book, but it could have been taken out for me. Also, another con, I felt like the relationship that they showed between choreographer and students, teachers and students, was just unrealistic. First of all, Ramon, he is portrayed as this choreographer who just is never satisfied with his work. And yes, you have strict choreographers. You have teachers who can be very snappy and very picky with what they want. But they just made him seem like he was never happy with anything that was done, except for maybe when Bet's older sister would dance. But I just felt like that wasn't realistic, and he would get violent. Like, he threw a ball at Nevaeh's head and it hit the mirror. And I just feel like that was over the top. I know it's a TV show, so they're gonna do that. But you have teachers who will definitely give credit where it's due. You have teachers who are very encouraging, very inspirational, and do have good things to say to their students. It's not every day like, this is crap. Well, that wasn't awful, but you guys, like, that just wasn't real, honestly. I also did feel like there were too many sex scenes. I get it. It's high school students, really, for the most part, unchaperoned. They don't have their parents there. And things happen. I get it. But I felt like it was just a little too many sex scenes. And I get tired of seeing that sometimes, especially when it comes to high schoolers. I felt like we saw a lot of inappropriate relationships between adults and high school students. That to me was just like, can we be done with this? Too much. Another thing, Oren and Nevaeh, where did that relationship come from? Was that in the book? I don't know. But 1 minute Oren and Bet are a thing. Him and Bet break up. Bet moves on. But Oren and Nevaeh, just because they partner up doesn't mean that partners have to fall in love. I feel like that is another thing that this series was showing. You can have a dance partner that you're not intimate with, not physically. You can have a dance partner where you guys dance great on stage and you have great chemistry, but that's all there is. There's no romance behind the scenes. I felt like they tried to do that with Nabil and Nevaeh for a second, random. Then they tried to do that with Nabil and June, random. And then they have Oren and Nevaeh now trying to be a thing. And when Oren told Nevaeh that he loved her, I was just like, when did you guys even become a thing? I was confused. It all came out of nowhere. That was very poorly written. My last con is, I'm sure many of us understand that these were dancers that were mainly in the role and not the greatest actors. So the acting in some scenes definitely was not hitting. It was not it for me. I felt Nevaeh, her acting was kind of weak. There are some things that she would say, some reactions that she would have that I was like, I feel like any normal person wouldn't react that way, but okay. Some of them were really good. I thought Shane was a really good actor. I thought Bet actually had some good parts. I didn't like her character too much, but I thought the actress did fine. But I can definitely see how when you're putting dancers in these roles, you're not going to have the greatest acting. So that's where, you know, it's kind of give or take. But I'm happy that they did choose actual dancers to have in this. Those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you like this show? Do you not like it? What do you like about it, if that? Overall, I'm very excited to see what they're going to do for season 2, when it's going to get filmed, because I won't give away the ending if you didn't see it, but that ending was good. It makes me want to watch some more. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Spotify. I do make music. For those of you who do not know, I would appreciate the follow there. Check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video.